What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome to the Friday Live Day. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic day. Wonderful, wonderful times here at the offices of the Small Business Startup. So I'm super pumped to be here because I just came back from Grow with Video Live. So excited. And as you can see, yeah, baby, VIP. So, man, what an incredible experience. So I wanted to talk about some of my takeaways, some of the things I learned, some of the, I obviously can't go into everything, but just it's crazy. This whole notebook, nothing but that event. I'm not done with it yet, but definitely a good chunk of it was used just for the event. Hopefully I'm not clipping. I don't have my headphones to check myself before I wreck myself. But should be all right. We'll see. But otherwise, let me know if you guys can hear me okay if you're in the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for watching. Appreciate you for spending some time with me because I wanted to spend some time with you. So I wanted to talk about just the importance of live events and just how those can significantly impact your business, and just everything about it was just such a phenomenal experience. There really are it's like every time I try to think what to say about like this whole event, like I really don't know what to say other than it really has changed my life, and I'm still not done unpacking that statement. It's just like I have not completed all of the stuff of what I've learned. Like it's work that I got to get started on, and all kinds of stuff. Also wanted to talk about stuff that I brought, what I didn't bring, why I didn't bring some of that stuff, and we'll keep the chat fairly short today. I want to stick to that 30-minute mark as much as possible. 30 minutes to 45, maybe an hour, depending on how chat, maybe Q&A, stuff like that goes as we move forward. So let's start with the just, I guess, so much. So let's start with this. So when I made the decision to go to Grow with Video, one, I had already known about it. As you guys know, on the channel, like when you come to the homepage, you'll see like on the right hand side, it'll say like recommended channels or stuff like that. Then you have like a related section, but that usually it'll either have people that are similar to your specific niche or area of business, or similar to, well, not even that. It'll just kind of be people that have stuff that's related to your channel. And then they'll have some weirdo people a lot of times, like if you're new to YouTube. Oh, also got this and a pen and a book this way. So I got some swag, some merch in my swag bag. So I'm gonna take a sip real quick. Talk about branding. So they'll have like the related section. Well, in my section, I always suggest Sean's two channels that he has worked on for past several years now. One is Think Media, and then the other one is Grow Video Life. I'm thinking about the event, is the Video Influencers. So if you guys don't know who Sean is, if you go on YouTube, and we'll pull that up real quick here. You go on YouTube and you type in anything with a camera, you type in anything, with a microphone, dealing with YouTube, different interviews and stuff like that, you are going to see his space. And so this is Sean, brother from another mother. So you'll see like any of this stuff, like that's who Sean is, and he hosted the event this year. And so it was his event, his first one. And so it's super cool because I've known Sean now for a couple years, like literally right at 2 years now. And it's not like one of those, hey, I know him because I watch his stuff, or in the chat where like I know him. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Heather, Susan, just their team and stuff like that. And it's just been an incredible experience. And then to, like that's another thing. It's just like I was talking about in the entree chats daily, is that like when you're meeting people online. Most people say it's not a real relationship. It's just like, I remember it used to be taboo. So it's just like, oh, you're just meeting people on the internet, or those aren't your real friends, and type stuff like that. People would have that kind of thought process when it would come to, getting to know people online. I've known people for years online, and some of the most pivotal people in my life initially met them online. Not all of them, but it started that way. And so, like, three friends in particular that come to mind from that, talking before we went to college, and talking in the forum about what we were looking forward to in school and stuff like that. We were going to be in the same program. We were going to be in band together, and just the connections and all of that. And then actually getting a chance to meet them. And now, just like all these years later, it's been, goodness, since, like 2006, I've known them. You know what I'm saying? So same thing. Got a chance to know them and see them. Sean, Heather, Susan. It was just like you had already known them, So it's just like being able to transfer those relationships to a deeper connection in real life. And so it's just super powerful and impactful. We had other speakers there like Alejandro Reyes, like Brady Shearer, which is another person, and that also taps into other stuff, like when you talk about vlogging for business. And I keep honing in on the point that I believe, like, vlogging is one of the most important tools that you can add to your business. And it's like, even though I don't do a whole lot of vlogging is extremely important to me. Just trying to get better at it and not upload like essentially a bunch of crap, but it kind of going to be bad before you get worse, or you're going to be bad before it gets better, or however that's specifically said. But that's essentially what it is. You're bad first, and just continually doing it helps you get better. Same with any other kind of videos that I've done. Appreciate this water bottle so much right now. So you have all those different things that come into play when you're going to live events, not to mention what you actually learn. And when you're going to a live event, it's so important to go with something in mind. Go with a goal in mind. Go with some things that you want to take away. Have some level of some expectations set into play. Not everything may be met. Things may not always go according to plan. Definitely guarantee you stuff will pop off at home while you are away. And I just was determined, because that definitely happened to me this trip. Stuff was going on. And I'm like, I'm not going to worry about whatever's going on at home. I'm not going back home until I'm going back home. And so that stuff will be there when I get there. And, put out whatever little fires that you need to put out. But otherwise, be present and be constant. Somebody that I just met that actually is a native to St. Louis. And I'm super pumped to have connected with her at the event, and just so happened we had the same plane ride home, got a chance to talk, and it's just such a meaningful connection. And I'm so looking forward to getting to know her more. Is Chelsea, and she did a video today, and her name is Chelsea Perry. So make sure you definitely how can I tell you to check her out if I don't give you the link? So let me look that up real quick. But she was talking about, and I definitely encourage you to check out this video. I'm going to drop it in the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, then you'll be able to take a look at that as well. And she was talking about in her video that was posted today. Hold on one second. Let me mute my computer, so I don't want it to give any playback here. It's such a powerful video that she did today. We're talking about the power of being present, and in that message is just it's just so important and so vital. Come on, YouTube, participate with what I'm trying to do here. Okay, hello. You keep pulling up other stuff, so I'll get it in the chat one way or the other. But the whole point is that it's important to be present and in the moment with who you are, with who you're speaking with, if it's family time, be fully present and be with family. And that's something that I've talked about as well on my podcast, as well as, some at different times here on the channel. And it's just like, when you're needing to be present and fully in the moment, be there and be with the people. It's like this one thing I honestly hate when I am out to dinner or but it's mostly like when I'm kind of like out to dinner, I'm doing something like that, and I'll see people that are okay, I got that copied. Now let me drop it in the chat. And I'll see people that it's like a group of people together, and they are supposed to be having dinner together or whatever. And this is all you see the whole time. Yeah. I know that was great. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. What is that? What did you say? What say? They just whole time in the phone. Like, be fully aware and present in the moment. And so the same thing with making sure that while I was at this event, nothing is going to stop me from getting what I came to get, the different goals that I had that I wanted to have before, just certain things that I wanted to achieve and get and receive from going, so nothing interrupts and should get in the way of that. And it's just so important again. So like it's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff I can talk about it for forever. So I'm gonna drop Chelsea's thing in the chat here. Finally got it together because it's a little difficult on my end without the chat bubble populating on its own. But moving on. But yeah, so a lot of great people that were there. And so if there's something to be said about making sure that you're present and in the moment and fully aware and being consciously aware of who you're with and what you're doing and what you're hoping to receive and expect, you can't get anything if you're not paying attention. And just so like being able to have that time to connect with Chelsea, to talk with her, to just be fully engaged with her and not be doing anything else or with other people. Met, Matthew, Tim, Sharon, Sybil, just like person after person. Listen, I could name names for a minute here, but it means so much and it's so meaningful and so powerful and so impactful. So how does all this stuff tie into your business? Yeah, you may get the tips and the things like that. And then there are some points to watch out for as well. Like, for example, here's one I did a video on about, and I linked that up in the YouTube card after we're done with the live stream. And it's just like one of the things was that I got asked from the time I picked up my rental car to the time I was leaving, I handed out business cards, not just throwing them out to the wind. People asked me for them, genuinely connecting and talking to people and sharing with them what I do and what the business is and why I'm in town and this, that, or whatever. And generally making a connection with somebody or somebody, has a need for what have you. So being able to have those business cards allowed me to continue a conversation, to continue a connection with somebody. And so there's a danger twofold with that, because just handing your card to somebody doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. And I had somebody that just handed me their card. I got cards as well. I'm thinking of one person in particular, but just kind of threw me their card, like, just like, hey, how you doing? Like almost immediate of it, just like, hey, how are you? My name is such and such. Who, just the basic stuff of how are you, what's your name, what's this, that, and whatever. And just kind of tossed me the business, like, here you go. And I'm like, thanks. Versus an exchange happening, or it's like, yeah, we definitely got to connect, we got to stay in touch, and da-da-da-da-da, and, it's like, and then exchanging or something like that. There is something back of the card. It's like there's some kind of connection back of the card, some conversation, some kind of relationship that's being developed behind that exchange, not just a blind throw, and that's what it was. So when somebody threw me a blind throw, I'm like, I don't remember anything about you other than this bad experience in my mind. And it's just like I talked about in the video with the business cards, that's somebody whose card is probably going to become something like I clean my fingernail with. It's, it's just like, it's like there's nothing back of that, and you're just tossing it off to me like, you're welcome. So there's, like I said, it's twofold with having a business card and being able to hand those out to people and having current and relevant information on there. I did see one area where I'm slipping when it comes to my business card, and I was just kind of iffy about it at first, but it's fine. It's just like my social media handles, and it's just like, I'm like, because at the time when I was getting my cards printed, not really sure how I wanted to proceed with some of those, or what platforms I'm going to particularly be active on versus others. So that's something to consider. And then too, with the times that we're in, it's not such a takeaway from me, like a negative, because I'm pulling my phone out anyway. One, to probably capture that person's number, and then two, to connect with them instantly on social right then and there. Because again, if you're going to an event like that, that's so huge that you're just kind of tossing whatever out to the wind and, with this, that, whatever, you have a sea of cards. Like, I got a bunch of cards. Not everybody is somebody I've experienced a relationship with, but most are, where it's a genuine connection and an exchange, and it's something I want. It's like I look forward to going back to make sure I got that person added to my phone and stuff like that. And so, having those worthy exchanges is so vital and so important. So it's just like, if you have your social handles on there, it's fantastic. But then too, you can connect instantly. And that was something like, yeah, what's your name on such and such? Or is this you? Make it okay and connect right then and there. They'll get a notification, got a friend request and this, and that, or whatever, follow back. And then that connection is instant right then and there. So, those are those things that are there. And then, like I said, when you're being fully present and aware and in the moment and all of that, you are able to receive so much and then give so much too. But I'll keep that little bit there short, because I got certain videos that I will release on the channel that'll be able to go more in depth with some of these different little things that I'm touching on just in this quick video today. I just kind of do like a broad overview, what have you. And then, so tech-wise, because you guys know I didn't go without some gear, made some mistakes, made some good decisions, and had some things that were missing from my traveling kit, because I've never traveled with all of this stuff like this before with the intent to create content and all of that. So I did not take the G85. I took the M50 and took the Panasonic ZS70. These were my two that I took with me. Camera A, camera B, because this is as simple as, and now I can hit record to take a picture. That's as simple as, creating content with the point and shoot, and that's why that's beautiful, versus like, okay, let me pop the lens out, take that off, open up the screen, and now I'm turning it on, and now I'm ready to shoot. So A-cam is like for, dedicated recordings and all this, that, or whatever. B-cam, right then and there, or, I don't feel like carrying this one for a minute. So I had some stuff for that, and some micro vlogs and whatnot that'll come out. But performance, wonderful. No complaints. As much as I bash this little camera, no complaints. Amazing travel kit, and the little system that I put together, and I'll do like a whole thing of what I put in my bag and this, and that, or whatever. Another something, I took 2 power banks, one that was about this size, and then one that's probably, it's about this size, this little digital recorder that I picked up. And then power bank to last me about 3 days, and I still got some battery life on there, if you can kind of see that. So, yeah, but that'll last me several days. So that lasts me the entire trip. I never recharged it. Okay, go off now. Okay. And so I never recharged it, and I still got some juice to last me another day. And so just like putting and testing systems in place and trying stuff out, my little bag that once I push the stuff towards the end, I fold it down, pack it down into this little thing that goes into my my bag that I carry, and then I got space for that. Whole system worked great. The whole system worked great. And then there was some stuff that I forgot. Again, I'll go into that in a separate video, but I'm rethinking my decisions that I've made now. And I'm not going to lie, this weekend I thought, I said, well, there are some new cameras coming out, some new ones that I want to move into and stuff like that. And as you guys know, I am very much so into cameras and gear and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm like, do I want to sell my Panasonic G85? You know, recording on it right now for the live stream is just like difficult decisions. I might, guys. I don't know for what camera though. I'm curious as to what Panasonic is going to release. I'm not interested really in a full frame camera. I don't really need another one, but I'm really interested in trying something out. And so I'll probably rent a couple cameras out. I will see, because all of these cameras that are coming out right now are hot commodities. Sony hasn't released their camera yet. Panasonic hasn't released their camera yet. And then Canon has another camera that's supposed to be coming out. And then a rumor came out today while we are in gear mode. Let's see here. I think it was on mirrorlessrumors.com. And then we will switch over. Yeah. So this is all we know as it stands right now. So I'll switch over screen so you guys can check this out with me. So here's what we know thus far. Canon plans to announce 1 full frame camera and 2 APS-C or crop sensor cameras, mirrorless cameras in 2019. And then they have some of these K433. It's a 26 megapixel full frame mirrorless camera. And then EC811 is a 24 megapixel camera. And EC812 is a 24 megapixel APS-C mirrorless camera. And then that's all the information that we have thus far on that. And it's very interesting because as these new cameras continue to come out, the thing that I'm wanting the most, or some of the things that I'm really wanting the most now, is headphone jack, so that when I am recording, I can hear myself. Like, I can test the audio real quick, especially. Don't Alex, Dad, why you have to be here, Alex? Why you of all people, catch me. Yeah, you caught me. I'm guilty. But it's like, yeah, man, I'm turning the thought over in my mind, because I don't need, if I got a new camera, I don't need the G85 and the new camera, especially if I got the M54, the little stuff that I used it for. And like I said, for traveling and what I used it for this weekend, not this weekend, this week actually, it performed wonderfully. Weight wise, size wise, it's only a couple things that are missing that I would want to have now to fit into the way I'm doing stuff. It's like this. Well, it's why I love the ZS70. I took an extra battery, but I never needed it because this camera can charge the battery internally. So I can hook it up to my battery bank, this one or the other little one that I have, and then that's it. That's it. You know, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to switch the battery out. I switched the battery out only a couple of times with the M50. And even then, I could charge via USB. So with my system that I did, now like I said, I'll do a video on what I took on the trip or whatever. But man, it's just, I want to be able to charge my camera and limit the need for carrying extra batteries. And I want a headphone jack. I don't care so much about, like a full frame or whatever. But those are some things that I want. I want to keep my flip out screen. I want to keep the great touch interface and stuff like that. I want to keep, the small, compact size, good like the G85 is. But I want a headphone jack for those times when I'm recording by myself and I want to check the audio, because there have been times where the audio gets screwed and there's nothing that I can do about it but reshoot. But that internal charging that most cameras are coming out with now. I want that in my life. A headphone jack, I want that in my life. And good preamps. It's vital. I think most cameras now that have recently come out within at least the past 2 years or so, that's not a DSLR, has good preamps. So that's not a big issue. So that's why, but that keeps me from getting an older camera too that may have some of those features. But that's what I want. So I'm turning it over in my mind if I want to sell the J85 maybe, and see what I want to do about that, because I don't need a new camera and this other thing, whatever it is. Like I said, I'm going to try some of these other ones out. I don't know, guys. It's getting hard out here in these streets. The Fuji X-T3 looks amazing. It looks incredible. It looks delicious. I just don't really, I'm not really feeling Fuji. I love everything about them. I'm really not feeling them. Hell, I wish Canon did what Fuji did, you know. I wish they made that camera. But they didn't. So we'll see. They supposedly they supposedly have another one coming out next year. We'll see. They may announce it at Photokina. That's in a couple weeks here. Or next week maybe, September 25th. Yeah, next week. We'll see. We'll see, but I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to wrap this up for this Friday live day because I am pooped. I fought tooth and nail to kill this gnat that has been torturing me all day long, and I finally got him shortly before the stream started, and because I could not nap today, it just was annoying as hell, and I got up, and as wonderful as the experience was, and still was tired because I got in late last night and took my little niece to school this morning. That was so precious. But again, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm still pretty jet lagged from the trip, and I got to get some sleep because I got a big day tomorrow. So big day all weekend. So, but that's where I'm gonna leave it for this Friday live day. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm losing my thought process here. Let me know what you think in the comments from, the gear load. Like I said, I will go through specific stuff, some things that I missed out on, just for the fact, the trip did not allow for a lot of vlogging like I expected. And all of us, we were talking, so we got all this stuff on it, guys, we got all this gear. We weren't able to record nothing. And it's just too much going on right now. It's a lot of work, a lot of work going on right now. Just don't have the time. Legit don't have the time. And then staying over extra, I was going to stay an extra day. I stayed later, and left and moved my flight back to stay later. But then it's just that sucked too, because it's just okay, well, there's nothing we can do. Everybody else is leaving early. And I'm like, well, crap, there's only a couple of us that stayed over and this, that, or whatever, and just stuff did not work out. So I got some micro vlogs I'll probably be able to drop on the channel, but other than that, nothing I would have really, really wanted or ideally had in mind, but we'll see for next time or the next event or what have you. But vlogging is not easy. Don't get it twisted. You see people make all this. Vlogging is not easy. It is legit work, and I am not the best at it, and I'll be the first one to tell you. But I try. So let me jump in the chats real quick. Right. All right, mine worked with me. So Alex is saying Canon preamps are still meh. And I guess I'm saying so I'm not an audio engineer or have the best ears for that kind of comparison, or even I guess even more or less experience from camera brand to camera brand. I just know from my Canon T5i days to even the M3 and the M6 and now with the M50 have it's way better. You don't get that underlying hiss, and that's what I'm judging sound off of. Is it hiss or no hiss? It's and the difference between my earlier videos when I was using the Canon T5i and you just hear that, and it doesn't matter what you do. I tried different stuff to get the audio, and it just I don't like stuff that complicates the workflow. I need straightforward stuff that's going to work. And so the absolute best that I have had and heard, Panasonic, without question. They are super strong and super clean. And Canon is really great. I like both of them. I don't see much of a difference. I would have to do a sound by sound comparison, and then the microphone matters too. But then I'm in a very lightly sound treated room. I got, space area carpet here. Got some furniture, curtains, and then I put a wool blanket up to kind of bounce back from the closet a little bit, just to kind of dampen that sound a little bit. But it's still mostly like echoey-ish kind of in the room. So when I'm recording with, depending on the lapel microphone, it depends. But I can't use like that pop voice microphone. I can't use that on the G85. It is so strong. Even if I got this excited, it'd be peaking like crazy no matter how low I get it. So those give you just a small window if you're using a really good microphone even at its lowest. And then Canon M50, and like I said, Canon's most recent, I don't know about their DSLRs, but the mirrorless stuff is great. So Alexander, where did you go? I missed that part. I went to Las Vegas. So if you're familiar with Sean Cannell of Think Media and Think Media TV, and then Video Influencers. So Sean is my brother from another mother. I went to his first event, the Grow with Video Live event in Las Vegas, VIP status, yeah. So went to the Grow with Video Live, phenomenal. Got a whole book of goodies here. Nothing, I specifically bought a journal just to go, and I still got a lot of work to unpack from what I learned and stuff like that. But yeah, Grow with Video Live. So this was the first ever event that they held. Benji Travis, he wasn't able to make it, had a freak accident, wasn't able to come. But I mean, him, well, not Benji, but Sean, Heather, their whole team. They had Alejandro Reyes was there talking about like Facebook ads and marketing and things like that. You had Brady Shearer from Pro Church Tools. You had, and just like others, it's just like, it's not even, and the thing was, it wasn't even like some hype session. Like, we had a lot of fun, like seriously. And if you go to the hashtag Grow with Video, and then hashtag Grow with Video Live, I think it's just mostly like Grow with Video hashtag, you'll see the pictures on like Instagram, and Sean on his Instagram and his stories, he's uploading a lot of stuff there. And then they have a bunch, I think stuff on Facebook too. So a lot of great stuff. So fun, so insightful. And then too, just like legit work to do stuff, not just some little milk type content like meat, potatoes type stuff. Like, for real, get your life together kind of stuff. Like, seriously, not on just like hey, how do you rank your videos? You already got Video Ranking Academy, which I'm a member of. You already got that. You're not just about, hey, how you do brand deals, and I don't want to say silly stuff, but the things that are constantly talked about. Yeah, we'll mention those things and we'll go into that stuff, but seriously, growing your business with video. So you had people that were attorneys that were there. You had people that were into drones and engineering and all kinds of stuff, and that was their business. You had people that, like me, that was more like service-based. You had people that had product-based companies, and how they're using and incorporating their services and their businesses for video, whatever it is. And you had legit content creators there and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. So fun, so good. Like I said, hopefully I'll get some more of that stuff in some of the micro vlogs that I did, and pop those up on the channel. I got a lot of editing to do between. I'm not even going to try nothing after the stream. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to bed after the stream, and then I'll start fresh tomorrow. But yeah, it was dope. Dopeness personified. And that's, you got the bee's knees, and then you got dopeness personified. Number 1 on dopeness personified, my mama. Number 2, my daddy. Number 3, Grow with Video. So far, that's the list. But dopeness personified. Seriously, I loved it. Best. I've gone to other business conferences and stuff before. Best conference I've ever gone to in my life. I'm talking. I mean, like, you have people that have done events over and over again and this, that, or whatever, from the volunteers to the staff to the other people on his team to just the other attendees. Like, I could leave my bag. I could leave my bag in my seat, go to the... Nobody touch your stuff. Nobody bother anything. It was just like a real family-oriented event. You didn't have to worry about nothing. I sat down, left my camera, was talking to Brady Shearer, and then went back over there. Team had picked it up, and then we got talking and this, that, whatever. Just like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing to worry about. The whole event. Other events, you better watch your wallet. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, or the volunteers are cranky, and as stuff is starting to go wrong and fall apart, they are just, they're falling apart. And they're upset, and they got nasty attitudes, or they've done this so many times, and they're sick of this, and they're yelling, and all this, that, didn't experience none of that at this event. Sean was hyped from day one to the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Walked around, talked to everybody, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I said, my brother from another mother, man. Heather, my sister from another mister. So, just so proud of them, so proud of the whole team and and everything they accomplished at Grow with Video Live, and it legit has changed my life, and I can't wait to see as I begin to implement more and more of these things and the things that I learned from them and their teachings, and just watch things blossom, and not just in my business, in you all's business, as I am able to share and contribute that information to our community. To the Entree Insiders, our email community, and just watch the blessings roll. So I'm going to call it there, guys. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or anything you want me to drop in the videos that I'm going to be doing, like I'm going to do what I took to Vegas, what I wish I had taken, and what I forgot or just didn't have, just like... I'm doing like a video, safety tips for women that are traveling alone. I had like a rental car, I had my own Airbnb. I didn't stay at the event hotel, so I spent a lot of solo time and just traveling back and forth from early mornings to evenings and stuff like that, stuff to watch out for. Taking some hardware with you, so just things, man. Things on top of all of this, man. All of this, so powerful. All right, guys, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for joining me on the stream today for Friday Live Day. If you got any questions, anything you want me to talk about or show, that'll be dropping on the channel. For the videos, the vlogs, anything else in between, let me know. But as always, my friends, live with passion. I'll see you guys on the next video.